Please be seated. As Academic Registrar, it is both my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the Cambridge Corn Exchange for this evening's Anglia Ruskin graduation ceremony, where we will celebrate the success of the class of 2017. The tradition of graduation ceremonies dates back to the 15th century, and it is a tradition that has evolved since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step, and graduation symbolises the move of the former student, now called a graduand, into a new role in society as a graduate, where they will use the skills and talents developed during their studies to contribute to the future advancement of society. Each graduand will cross the stage and shake hands with the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to signal their transition to this new role, and we will applaud them for their success so far and in anticipation of their contribution to society in the future. At the end of the ceremony, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all new graduates to the community of scholars, and as new members of that community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession, and that will bring the ceremony to a close. During the ceremony, those receiving higher research degree awards will have their hoods placed upon them by the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to indicate that they have attained the very highest levels of academic achievement. So it's almost time for us to begin our formal proceedings, and I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roderick Watkins, to address you all. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
Graduands, family and friends, colleagues, as Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, it is my very great pleasure to join you today at your graduation ceremony. Firstly, to all of those graduating today, my congratulations on reaching this milestone and graduating from your chosen course. Today is a day of great celebration. It is an opportunity for each of you to take stock, reflect, and celebrate your achievements to date, but also to look forward to the exciting careers that stretch out in front of you. And whatever career you enter, you are the future. You now have the opportunity and the responsibility to embrace and promote change, to implement new ideas and new ways of working. We will have succeeded in our task if we have helped you to develop skills and confidence to influence and lead that change, to make a real difference to your professions and your communities. 2017 marks Anglia Ruskin's 25th birthday as a university, having been awarded university status in 1992. And that recognition was an important milestone in a history that started way back in 1858 with John Ruskin's inaugural address at the opening of the Cambridge School of Art. And in all that time, our institution has been dedicated to harnessing the personally and socially transformative power of education and to widening participation to include as broad and diverse a student body as possible. And during the past quarter of a century, more than 140,000 people have achieved a higher education qualification from Anglia Ruskin, studying courses ranging from architecture to zoology. We are also proudly a regional university committed to serving our region and helping maximize the economic, social, and cultural well-being of the communities we serve. And we can only do this in partnership with a wide range of organisations right across the east of England in the public, private, and charitable sectors. And growing and deepening these links is a priority for us over the coming years. As well as being our 25th anniversary, 2017 has been a very successful year for Anglia Ruskin. We were delighted last month to have maintained our position in the top 350 universities in the world, that's according to the Times Higher World University Rankings, where we were for the second year in a row the highest placed of all of the UK's post-1992 universities. We won the Duke of York Award for University Entrepreneurship at the Lloyds Bank National Business Awards, and we were ranked by The Economist as one of the UK's top 50 universities for securing a positive financial return for our students. Last month, we received confirmation from the General Medical Council that we have successfully passed the final hurdle in our journey to establish a School of Medicine at our Chelmsford campus. And just last week, we were given the keys to our fabulous new £45 million science centre at our Cambridge campus. Our academics continue to undertake and publish cutting-edge research into real-world problems of regional, national, and international importance. Highlights of the past year include internationally significant work in areas such as the global burden of eye disease, improving the resilience of buildings in earthquake zones, and the use of music therapy in supporting young people with autism. But above all, we are proud of the achievements of our students. This summer, for example, Molly Smith was named Student Paramedic of the Year by the College of Paramedics, while Beatrice Saijo won the Victoria and Albert Student Illustrator of the Year. And fellow students on our MA in Children's Book Illustration came first, second, and third in the prestigious Macmillan Prize for Illustration. As a university, then, we define our success by the positive impact we have on the lives of our students and the communities we serve. And for us to succeed, we will need your support as our newest alumni. So please spread the word about your university. Help us build new partnerships with your networks and your professions. And above all, please do stay in touch. Before I close, I would like to pay special tribute to your families and friends who have provided you with their constant support throughout your education. You and we owe them our sincere gratitude. So thank you. I would also like to acknowledge and thank my colleagues from across the university for their tireless commitment and professionalism and their enormous contribution to every aspect of your course. So, once again, my very warm congratulations to you all. I do hope you have a fantastic evening. I wish you well wherever your Anglia Ruskin University degree takes you. And as I say, please do stay in touch. Your success and our success are now inextricably linked. Anglia Ruskin University would not be where it is today without you. Thank you.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, thank you. We now come to the presentation to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of those receiving awards today. And I call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Martin Hewitt, to come to the podium to present to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor graduates from the Faculty of Arts, Law and Social Sciences. Professor Hewitt.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure and my privilege to present to you graduates from the Faculty of Arts, Law and Social Sciences. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Arts and Humanities, Temideo Emmanuel Boyo. Latifa Musa. Deborah Nambo. Harley Kezia Suarez. Zachary Taylor. Cheryl Yaboa. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Writing and Film Studies, and also receiving the MacLeod Prize, Ben Johnston. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Drama, Chloe Loughlin. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Criminology, Jake Amos. Freddie Billings. Grace Lydia Bridgewater. Fiona Burton. Aidan Chalan. Daniel Chalk. Navneet Channa. Jade Corrigan. Amber Nicole Coatman. Jade Margaret Crosby. Phaedra Marina Danelli. Gina Dixon. Mackenzie Ezekiel. Yasmin Fakhur. Scarlett Filmer. Harrison Forsyth. And also receiving the prize for the best major project in criminology, Megan Victoria Foraker. Sarah Jane Granger. Christy Hall. Larissa Wanna Hoffman. Rebecca Hunter. Natasha Louise Ives. Laura Rianne Bridie Jefford. Callum Kirwan. Kezia Laws. Becky Leaney. Beatrice Lovell. Matthew Trevor Mason. Aaron McBurney. Rebecca Middleton. Yasmin Daniela M. Jerome. Summer Amelia Monroe. Sophie Norman. Samuel O.J. Oyen Consola Atinuke Otukoya. Courtney Palmer. Lee Plaster. Philip Ramsey. Callum Rolfe. Tanya C. Claudia Page Shipley. Hannah Rose Skinner. Ian Slade. Latifa Ayomidi Sunmonu. Kieran Threlfall. Amy Wilson. Heidi Sudrenka. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours, Criminology and Sociology, Charlene Dana Arnold. Sophie Bennett. Theodora Billings. Emily Bourne. Emma Jin. Ikesha Harrigan Shaw. Henrietta Louise Manning. Gedalia Mensah. Rachel Nell Usei Pokua. Valeria Rodriguez. Harriet Shooter. Raisha Sivananthan. And also receiving the Cheyenne Williams Prize for the Best Major Project in Criminology and Sociology, Poppy Smith. Leah Josephine Wilshire. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Psychology and Criminology, Ugni Drasduskate. And also receiving the prize for the Best Major Project in Psychology and Criminology, Saskia Jones. Catherine Siddle. For the award of Master of Arts, Criminology, Ginver Abu Jayude. Carol Gaston Bongmoyong Chin. Lydia Rose Irvin. Maria Paula Martinez. Lizzie Quinn. Sophia Subramani. Bernadette Tensha. For the award of Master of Arts, Transnational Crime, Zacharias Gumvrilis. For the award of Bachelor of Science, Ophthalmic Dispensing, Mustafa Jama. For the award of Bachelor of Optometry with Honours, Hawa Ahmed Salah. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that partially completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
Professor Hewitt, thank you. We have many distinguished academic staff at Anglia Ruskin University, and I should now like to ask one of them, Professor Rowan McWilliam, to come to the podium to offer a few words of reflection. Professor McWilliam.
So, Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Hewitt, esteemed colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, fellow students, a chapter ends and another begins. Graduation is both a conclusion and a beginning, a time of renewal for all of us, where we celebrate our calling. And I think one of the great privileges of being a teacher at university is that you get to meet students in Welcome Week. You watch them grow, you observe their setbacks and their challenges, and then at the end, you watch them parade across this stage in their gowns, changed. Of course, many characteristics continue, but we know that these are not the same students. They are not the same people that we met in Welcome Week, that they have all been changed for the better. And that is why I'm here to tell you that universities are special places. They are places of transformation. The university experience is about all sorts of things, but I like to think that Anglia Ruskin University never loses sight of the fundamental purpose of what a university is all about. And that purpose is very easy to forget, and yet it explains why our university community is transformative. We believe that the university experience ultimately is about the life of the mind and the building of character. And I want to argue this evening that those two things are interlinked. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, let's start with the life of the mind. Serious, deep, probing, reflective thought, once acquired, is a habit we never grow out of. The degree subjects that are represented in this room vary, but they're all fundamentally degrees in learning how to think. Now, serious thought can be a troubling thing. It can get you into trouble. I always think about the character in Eugene O'Neill's great play, The Iceman Cometh, who says ruefully that he can never be a revolutionary because he is condemned to always see both sides of an argument. And if you're a revolutionary, you can't do that. You lose focus. You can't be open to different points of view. Man, we are. So serious thought can keep you awake at night. It prevents you from being a good party member or simply towing the party line. It challenges the things that we take for granted. It makes us critical of the received wisdom. We know that orthodoxies can sometimes be wrong. It teaches skepticism, in a word. We are the people who can see through fake news and alternative facts. And in a world where every pub bore is telling you that the solutions to problems are very simple, we know that frequently they are very complex. Now, I find the students who really succeed at university are those who grasp what is at stake in every topic we do. They realize that in every class we have done together, in every lecture and every seminar and every workshop, that all those things have been a kind of moral drama, because all of them ask that fundamental question: how should we live? And at the same time, the life of the mind teaches curiosity and an interest in other people. Because education is nothing if it is not about curiosity about other people and about service to other people. Now, you might think that these people on the stage are your lecturers. You are wrong. These people are your servants, okay? And it's those values of service that we try to epitomize at this university. And this is why the life of the mind links to the building of character. Now, lots of people today are very uncomfortable about using that word, character. It's seen as snobbish or judgmental or even discriminatory. Your academic training should also immediately say, well, who's going to say what is good or bad character? Define your terms. And anyway, doesn't everybody have good and bad characteristics? All of that is true. But character, or good character, I think, is fundamental to building anything worthwhile. The people I most value in life are not just people who are smart. Being smart is not enough. Terrible thing to say at graduation, I know, but it's true. It's not enough just to be smart. It's not enough to have the will to succeed. It's also about character. Character also, and this, I suppose, I'd like to think is my gift to you, my parting shot to all of you as students of this university. Character, I think, allows us to see through the great lie of the modern world. A lie that was founded in the Enlightenment of the 18th century, of which otherwise I very much approve of. And that lie is this: the belief that pleasure is the same thing as happiness. And you will know you have arrived as an adult when you realize that those two things are actually very different. Happiness and pleasure may appear similar, but they are not. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm all in favor of pleasure. Pleasure, c'est moi. I am writing a history of the West End of London, after all, okay? But every adult knows that pleasure is momentary and it is ephemeral. Real happiness, the happiness that I wish for all of you, has other sources. The happiness of companionship and family life. The moments of grace. The aching need to release one's creativity and potential. The call to service. Never forget that real happiness comes from the sacrifices that you make in living for others, as every parent in this room knows. Now, students are often told, and you have been told, to be aspirational. And that is a character issue. You have been told to be ambitious for yourselves. And that is right. Of course, one should be ambitious to build things and to make things, to get a good job that can give you a good quality of life. Aspiration undoubtedly is the engine of the economy, and we should value hard work and the work ethic. Anglia Ruskin is built upon aspiration. But I want to say this evening that by itself, that kind of aspiration is banal. It is empty and likely to produce empty and ultimately unhappy people. Because shouldn't we also be aspirational, not just for ourselves, but for society? Should we not also be aspirational for others? Should we not also aspire to build a better world? And is that not what character is all about? And is that not what our education is all about? Now, thinking like that is kind of countercultural these days. I've just got on Twitter, and I can summarize Twitter very quickly for you. Twitter is basically saying, me, and here's a picture of my cat. Okay? That's all it's about. Okay? So talking about character and service in that way is different. But character is the foundation of the kind of citizens that this university exists to produce. The great Victorian critic, John Ruskin, who gives his name to our university, said, "There is no wealth but life," meaning that to be deeply, truly alive is the only form of wealth. He went on to say, life, including all its powers of love, of joy, and of admiration. That country is the richest, which nourishes the greatest number of noble and happy human beings. That man is richest, who, having perfected his abilities to the utmost, has also the widest helpful influence over the lives of others. So I wish you that kind of wealth, the happiness that comes from creativity, the development of a craft or a skill, the desire to measure yourselves by how much you contribute to the lives of others. That's the wealth of which John Ruskin spoke. There is no wealth but life. And the life of the mind is about what it takes to be truly alive. And let it be said of all of us that we died only at the end of our lives. Think about that one. Today, we live in dangerous times. Automation is reshaping the world of work at a faster rate than the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century. We confront the enormous uncertainty of Brexit. In the last 2 months, we have moved closer to nuclear annihilation than many of us thought possible just a year ago. The waters are rising. Our planet is under threat from the ravages of climate change. These are the challenges that face us. Now, as some of you know, I'm a historian, and historians of the future will judge our generations, yours and mine, by how we met those challenges. And we will meet them, armed with education, energy, thought, skepticism, curiosity, a desire for improvement, and of course, character. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, esteemed colleagues, yes, we do live in dangerous times, but I want to introduce to you the solution. Thank you.
Professor McWilliam, thank you, and I've made a note to not post any more tweets. We now continue with the presentation of those receiving awards today, and I call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Martin Hewitt, to return to the podium to continue the presentation to the Deputy Vice-Chancellor of graduates from the Faculty of Arts, Law and Social Sciences. Professor Hewitt.
Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it's my pleasure to continue the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Arts, Law and Social Sciences. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours History, Jack Robert Adamson. Nurul Ann Ahmed. Harriet Alder. Matthew Orton. Liam Barrett. Henry James Bartlett. Sophie Jane Bowerman. Kim Calvert. Khan Campbell Grant. Andrew Crane. Samuel George Crane. Paige Megan Croft. Melissa Kuss. Yelena Cijanovic. Nikki Ella Essam. Molly Fisher. Nicholas Goring. Rachel Griffiths. Sophie Hagan Boyle. Claire Harrington. Christopher Holfey. Nico Ne Ignacio. Samuel Johnson. Sophie Emily Keeble. Melissa Ann Kelland. Natalie Leader. Alice Lenihan Crews. Connor James Luden-Brown. Michael Robert Loveridge. Mads McLean. Hannah McCrossan. And also receiving the Thomas Davis History Prize, Sarah Louise Miller. Natalia Sarah O'Gorman. Emily Parker. Piers Pike. Thomas Roberts. Thomas Seymour. Seper Sharafi. Robert Shepherd. Hattie Sheppy. Hayley Simons. Samuel Stead. Matthew Andrew Thomas. Rosie May Tortoise. And also receiving the History Dissertation Prize, Joshua White. Sophie Whitworth. Glenn Edward Williams. Alicia Sarah Zomkowski. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Philosophy, Alicia Ahmed. And also receiving the prize for the Best Major Project in Philosophy and English Literature, George Baker. George Biddiscombe. Bethany Bromfield. Ashley Drabwell. Sophie Hitchman-Smith. Andrew Manning. Erin McNamara. Holly Harriet Nottingham. Damini Parekh. Rita Vaz. And also receiving the Justin Wand Memorial Prize, Gabriel Wise. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Philosophy and English Literature, Andrew Rice. Christy Ann Yates. For the award of the Foundation Degree in the Arts Public Service, Lorcal Nyan Canard. Roshang Gorung. Salome Kariuki. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Public Service, and also receiving the prize for the Best Major Project in Public Service, Tom Blair. Miles Block. Ashley Durrant. Jessica Whiffen. Curtis White. Blaine Williams. For the award of Master of Arts, International Relations, Shumus Faraj S. Ubdella. Azan Zaire Sultan Al-Shukali. Mercy Iganyeya Amodu. Chiara Palazzi. Washina Danjuma Usman. For the award of Bachelor of Arts with Honours Sociology, Matt Alton. Dana Bartlett. Martin David Brown. Daisy Ann Flora Carter. Alice Connor. Yontavia Decay. Agnieszka Maria Garda. And also receiving the prize for the Best Major Project in Sociology and the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences prize, Sarah Gent. Rebecca Caris Elizabeth Harker. Akweya Heinaku. Chanel Jackman. Jake Johnson. Abby Shan Jones. Sam Kirkham. Julia Kowalska. Madeline Brogan Main. Alia Nagayi. Hannah Nelson. Jamie McIntosh Nicol. Tony Tonika Elizabeth Page. Maria Rabia. Naomi Rodriguez Mardell. Joel Ethan Russell Winter. Alice Smith. Emily Ann Smith. Rebecca Charlotte Underwood. Annie Antonova Vasileva. Victoria Webb. Abigail Alexandria Westfield. Anais William. For the award of Master of Arts, Sociology, Louise Ann Crane. Lindsay Lewis. For the award of Master of Arts, Christian Theology, Antoinette Maud Askin. Thea Thomason Raymer. For the award of Master of Arts Pastoral Theology, Helen Eisen. Elizabeth Paxton. Elaine Turner. Jean Margaret Woodman. For the award of Master of Arts Criminology, Abidat Balogan. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who have been awarded higher research degrees. For the award of Professional Doctorate, with a thesis entitled A Practical Theology of Family Ministry, the role of the Diocesan Coordinator of Family Ministry in the Roman Catholic Church in England and Wales. Elizabeth Mary Alice Davies. For the award of Professional Doctorate, with a thesis entitled Doing Something for God, Empowering Ministries Exercised by Older People in the Church, Ruth Christine Goatley. For the award of Professional Doctorate, with a thesis entitled Something Borrowed, Something New. What meanings do gay and lesbian Christians who are Anglicans attending the Church of St. Martin in the Fields give to their relationships of civil partnership? Claire Herbert. For the award of Professional Doctorate, with a thesis entitled A New Model of Pastoral Care, Resources from Luo Widows in Kisumu Archdiocese, Alois Otieno Ojori. for the award of Professional Doctorate with a thesis entitled Formulating a Response to Bullying as Experienced and Interpreted by Church of England Clergy Within One Diocese, Lorraine Elizabeth Turner. Deputy Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
Professor Hewitt, thank you, and well done, everybody. We're now nearing the end of the ceremony, but first I should like to ask George Baker, one of our wonderful new graduates, to come to the podium to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of all of those receiving awards today. George.
Thank you. Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates. It is my pleasure to offer the vote of thanks today from myself and on behalf of all the students graduating at this ceremony. I promise to keep this brief, as I'm not sure about all of you, but I'm ready to get out of here and celebrate. All of us here today have earned the right to be proud of ourselves. Looking back now, our times as students seems to have come and gone so quickly. Although it's been a long road to get to where we are today, and I'm sure many of us have had some difficult moments along the way. Whether this was frantically trying to get the last few citations for an essay the night before the deadline, or trying to figure out whether to spend your last £10 for the week on food or in the pub. But here we all are, stronger and wiser for these small trials and ready to face the challenges and adventures that lie ahead, whatever they may be. We should remember, of course, is that whatever possible difficulties we may have faced in getting to this point, it would have been impossible without all the support and encouragement we've had along the way. Consider how much harder it would have been to achieve this success without the support of our lecturers and teaching staff. Constantly there to guide us, whether they were helping us to structure our essays or making sure that each and every one of us understood our subject material. They've ensured that we leave Anglia Ruskin today as scholars of our respective fields. For this, and for everything else they've done for us, they deserve our gratitude and thanks for passing on their knowledge to us so that we may take it with us to make our mark in the world. There are also those that many of us have had very little contact with, the people behind the scenes who make sure we have rooms to attend lectures in, keep the university running smoothly, keeping our campus safe, supplying us with coffee during the essay rushes, and who ensure that the university is a diverse, exciting, and welcoming place to be. There are countless people without whom none of us could possibly have made it to this point, and so we extend our thanks to all the librarians and technicians, admin and support staff, catering, security and ground staff, and many more besides. All these individuals provide an invaluable service to the university and deserve as much gratitude as the next. Whilst we might depend on the staff at Anglia Ruskin to complete our studies, most of us will also have depended on our loved ones at home, whether it was for emotional or financial support, as counsel in times of need, or as companions in times of joy. Each of us here today will have many people that they owe gratitude and thanks to. Mothers, fathers, guardians, grandparents, partners, spouses, and friends. And though they may not have been helping us with our essays or exams, or ensuring that the library was appropriately stocked, they helped keep us sane, with shoulders to cry on, and provided comfort and reassurance when things seemed overwhelming. So to all of these people, many of whom I'm sure are here today, thank you for everything you do for us. This day belongs to you as well as us. Finally, I would like to offer my thanks to all my fellow students here today. Anglia Ruskin is a welcome, vibrant, and diverse university, and it's to the credit of all of you that this is the case. We will all have fellow students that we remember, whether it be our close friends, our classmates, the other members of our clubs and societies, or even strangers that have offered help and advice to us in moments of uncertainty. We can all look around this room today and be proud of what we have achieved, both individually and collectively. And we should be thankful not just for what our fellow students have done for us during our time here, but also for the positive change that I know each and every one of you will become in the world now that you have graduated. So I now invite you all to show your gratitude to all those people who have helped you to be where you are today, not just with words and applause, but by leaving here today and putting everything you've learned at Anglia Ruskin to good use, and showing everyone who dedicated their time and energy to you here that you were well worth the effort. Thank you.
George, thank you and well done. I should now like to call for one final time on the Deputy Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roderick Watkins, to address the new graduates. Deputy Vice-Chancellor.
So now, please, will all those who have been presented to me here on the stage today, will you please stand? As Deputy Vice-Chancellor of Anglia Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas and awards for which you have been presented to me today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you have learned into society and uphold the values of freedom of thought and scholarship. Our warmest congratulations to you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of the ceremony. I hereby declare proceedings closed. Can I now ask everybody to stand for the academic procession?